Plan is for this to be up on the YouTubes when this is up and running. Yep, audio's good. The good audio. Okay, so the plan here is to play as. I'm actually looking up on YouTube right now to figure out who I played up as last. Keith Rolkins, age. Interesting. Anyways, I don't remember what we did last time as a live stream for. So let's take a look, shall we, real quick? Wasn't too sure whether I was going to do it as Ontario or someone else. Our Vietnam video. Wow, a lot of people have seen that so far. The Google has decided to crash on me. There we go. Last live stream we did was Madagascar on the 7th. So actually this time last week we played as Madagascar. So today we're playing as Ontario. There's our new series there. Playing as Ontario because there's no place like home. Oh, almost had a crash there, I thought, for a second. Okay, so the plan is, right now, we're pretty much stable as a nation, I think. Yeah, we could use more power, but I think we're building something, aren't we? No, we're not building any more nuclear. But I do know I wanted to build some more hydro. Nuclear power, or uranium, sorry, is good. Metal was good. Coal's good. A lot of oil is available to us. Timber is good. Rubber. If I remember correctly, I had some thoughts about that. So I've been trying to figure out where I could utilize some of our strengths a little bit. So as you can see, there's no rubber. There used to be some down here, but not at the current moment. But here we are. So this little nation of Liberia down here. It has tons of rubber. And on the bright side, not much of a military, not much of a anything. So they're going to be one of our major allies, we'll say, in the future. Needless to say, there's someone we're going to be keeping our eye on over the next over the long term. The plan will be basically to invade them once we've taken up most of Canada. We want to secure a form of resources that are going to be that we're short of, which in this case is only going to be rubber. So we're going to go after Liberia, take it, annex it. And then that'll be good to go there at that point. Yeah, let's do that. Overall, I did want to build more research facilities, didn't I? Yeah, I'm building 3 more. Okay. So, that's a good thing. Yeah, one of my main worries is if we go into Quebec, just how bad we're going to get obliterated. Our leopards are going to be good, but we're going to have a lot of fighting in those cities. So it's going to be a big issue here. It's going to be a big issue. One of my biggest worries is getting basically into a slugging match in the greater Montreal area around here, and basically just having them grind down our forces. If I look, I mean, they do have not the best abilities here. Well, actually, that's something I wanted to do. I wanted to make sure that my Minister of Defense has been told. Okay, he has. Okay. How many reserve personnel do we have right now? Yeah, we only have 100,000 reserve personnel. We don't have enough people right now. Let's see here. Retrofitted for advanced cells. Okay, that should have, if I'm not mistaken, bettered our fuel consumption. So now vehicles use less fuel. The FI-6 range. Oh! Multi-role fighter aircraft that I totally forgot that we were designing. I will. Wait, so this is times 7 to half the amount, and you're willing to pay me 21 million. Double the amount. I am running a surplus, am I not? I am. So I'll take the sale, but I will not take the purchase. Volgograd offered us rubber, so I'm going to look at offering them. A lot of countries are offering me rubber all of a sudden. Boom, 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 boom. What I'm actually going to do is make a mass trade offer for a couple people here. Basically just buy a whole bunch of rubber. Rubber is our Achilles heel right now. So I'm actually going to look at Liberia, for example, because Liberia is going to have a lot of rubber in stock. Or do they? They're actually not building any rubber plant. They have no rubber plants. Interesting. Give them Malaysia. You really don't have that much either. So it's 76 million, but I'm going to offer them 319. No. So I was going to offer them $8.3 billion, and they won't even say yes to that. It's times 30 and say 21 tons. Interesting. Okay, I want you to get some get trade relations. I want you to give me some trade deals here. I think you can export opportunities. There we go. What this guy will do is, theoretically, even though it's locked, I'm telling him specifically, hey, if you see an opportunity, sell it. And he should sell it no matter what. We went lump sum rubber. How many of these guys? How much rubber do these guys have? What if I just said lump sum? Wow. Okay. So it's $17 million worth of rubber, and they're willing to sell it to us for $8 million. I'm so taking that. Malaysia. Yeah, Malaysia just won't trade with us. That's the big deal there. Okay. Let's try Indonesia. So Indonesia is willing to trade with us. So what I want to do in this case is say, I want you to give me 90 days rubber. Give me 100 tons a day, and I'm just going to give you the money equivalent up front. So basically what's going to happen is every day for 90 days, Indonesia is going to give us 100 tons of rubber a day. And we're just going to give them all the money up front. Vietnam. They're not producing rubber. I want a country that's producing rubber in regards to some of this stuff. Because as long as they can produce it, we're not going to run into an issue long term. Like, I'm pretty sure Zaire here, or the Congo, is producing rubber. No, they're only... Yeah, they don't have much. So we're going to go with ask just them for a lump sum of rubber instead. That's one of the weirdest things in the game is some countries, when you don't produce stuff, will still be willing to sell it to you. So you can actually go around and buy it up from everybody. And you can kind of take over the world markets pretty easily if you have the money. It's one of the only few drawbacks I see in the game, really. We got a synthetic rubber plant just went online. Yes, we're gonna need those three nuclear. Is it 3 nuclear reactors we're going with? No, 2. Or no, we're not building any. Okay. We want to build some hydro dams because hydro dams are really good. They don't use anything but just produce. We don't have enough industrial goods right now. I don't want to sell anything. I'm just going to max that out for now. The plan is actually going to be to basically stockpile industrial goods. I'm actually going to go around and buy some from people. Actually, who are the #1 producers and exporters and stuff like that? Yeah, I'll do that. Sorry, I want production. So Japan is one of the highest producers. Actually, yeah, that's pretty good. That's us. Wow, we produce 12,000 tons a day. Japan's producing 19,000 tons a day. Holy crap, that's a lot. Counteroffer, you want an additional 30 million? I will agree to that. Minnesota and Delaware. So we're looking at around, we want around, I'll have to do the math in a quick second, but the amount of industrial goods that we want, counteroffer, you want an extra 900, yeah, okay, I'll do that. So right now we have 2 million tons of industrial goods. We want to build 1 full set of 6 hydroelectric dams. 1 full set of 6. We don't have any small. Good. Let's see here. Each one creates almost 300,000 megawatts, so almost 100 megawatts an extra day. So that's an extra, say, 600 a day. So we are going to be laughing. And the fact that they also don't use up anything, they just produce. They take a little bit of money. It's 165,000 industrial goods to build it. We're going to build 6, so if I grab my calculator here real quick. 165 times 6 equals, it's short of 1 million for 6 of them. We've got 2, so we're actually going to build 12 in a second here. I'm actually going to go and buy some more goods real quick. Volgograd, okay. Good to go. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go around and just buy a little bit more industrial goods. Nope, wrong button here. So basically we want people that produce the most. That way we're able to get the biggest bang for our buck here. Really. Looks like southern China is one of the... Yeah, we can get 1.3... Can I get another 2? $138 billion. We'll do that. So Southern China is going to love us after this because we just spent a lot of money with them. Well, there were some engagements. Looks like Newfoundland and Labrador are sending troops again for some reason to one of their allied territories here, along the Great Lakes somewhere. I'm just going to let them incur for now. I can use it later as a precursor for war. Alright, so we got 4 million tons of industrial goods. So we're going to go ahead and build... Just watching this here. A whole bunch of hydro. So we've got 4 million, so we can build 4 sets of 12. Which is exactly what we're going to do once we have a good spot. Yeah, there's no real good... I mean, I can go there, but the supply is not the best. 1. Let's actually finish that off. That's good for now. So in the end, we're actually building 17. So we wanted to build 4 sets of 6. So we wanted to build 24, but you know what? We'll wait. Coal and timber, okay. Now one of the catches with hydro dams, they take forever to build. So if I click on the little thing here, so one will take almost an entire year to build. This is definitely going to hurt our GDP a little bit, or not our GDP, our inflation. It should be going up now because of this. Yeah, our inflation is now at 15.5%. So with all the construction comes inflation. So on the bright side, this will help us in the long term with production. On the bright side, we have 2.2 years of industrial goods supplied, or we'll say built up. So there shouldn't be any issues here. And I'm just gonna respond to a message here that I got on the Facebook. Go. I think I might deploy some forces over here just to kind of stop them a little bit. Move them right there. I'm also going to include tank with them. Let's get a coyote in there as well. And let's get 4 giggles and shites. Let's bring in 2 Panzerhaubts, two Panzerhaubits in 2000s. Have them sit right there. Those guys right there, actually. We're just going to leave these guys sitting here, and they're just going to engage any of these Newfie troops that decide to incur. Actually, I should move them down. No, actually, let's keep them here and see how efficient they are. I think they're going to have to go. Yeah. So I want you guys to go right there. Because I think I told my my guy to... where is it? There it is. There we go, yep. Okay, so we are engaging anyone who's neutral. Anyone that's neutral that enters our territory will be fired upon. And these Panzerhaubitze in 2000s are, they're dangerous. They are dangerous. Now I just don't know if they're taking the Welland Canal or the Niagara River. Once I figure out which one they're taking, I'm basically going to just place another light infantry, actually, and another tank. Yeah, they're taking the Welland. So they're taking the Welland Canal. I'm really sure they might be taking the Niagara River. Technically, you can't, but you never know. Good to know there. You actually want to buy my military goods? I won't do that. We're gonna have another one here in a second. What? Why are you not in? Oh, I think I know why we're not engaging that guy. I'm happy we're only engaging apparently Canadian units. We're not engaging American units, which is just weird. Then again, what do I know? Hey, got my mortgage renewal papers. Alright, so one of the plans we're going to do, as I said before, industrial complex has been completed. Yeah, okay. So many of these alliances are being done. I don't think Quebec has an alliance yet with anybody. They don't. And the people are really, really unhappy there. But the problem is that they have a massive amount of troops built up in Quebec. Now that could be in response to our forces being placed near the border, but may not be. I mean, it's kind of a good thing, bad thing. Greater Malaysia wants to buy coal from us. I will agree to that. DC Maryland signed a deal. Because right now we do not have a military force big enough. We've got only 223 units in reserve. Right now we only have 100,000 troops. We don't have a population right now to fight a war. And I'm pretty sure they have very good anti-air. Actually, I'm not seeing any anti-air right now. It might be that I might just move to the Ottawa River, hold it, use artillery to shell them, and then just use aircraft. The Ranger has been completed. There we go. So they have issues trying to target sea forces from the looks of it. Let's deploy a few more units. St. Catharines. Bring another Coyote here. Bring 2 Timberwolves. Let's try to deploy some fighters here too. you are you know, what are you? Oh, you're an interceptor. I do not want interceptors. I think I have some A-10s. Yes, I do. No, I don't have a much. I don't have a much. I don't have much of an Air Force, so. Still supporting Ottawa, or Iowa. Okay, I'm going to order these two A-10s to come up here. The moment they hit their location, I'm immediately ordering to do an air patrol down to here. And they're basically just going to do airstrikes if we see any targets, basically. Except this one does not want to... There we go. I want you to do an air patrol down there, please. There we go. So these guys should shoot and destroy any Newfie troops that are incurring on our territory. On the bright side, the more troops that are removed from the Maritimes, the better for long term for us. In the meantime, move this one scout out. There we go. So Newfoundland keeps sending troops to what I'm going to assume is to help in a war that we fought out here earlier. I don't think they really have the ability to keep a long-term fight going, so... Or a long-term... that keep sending troops. I mean, they can. I don't mind. I don't care. We're going to engage everybody. Central Siberia. We're going to agree to both those terms and both of those. How is our industrial goods going? It said we had 2.2 years. We have now 2.5 years. Only is because we are still building up our reserves, or sorry, our production as well. And we're going to take out another freighter here in a second. Heard some artillery hit it as well. Very good. So Newfoundland is now sending even more units to one of their allies. I'm going to assume maybe Illinois? I mean, the majority of the world likes us, which is a good thing. It's not that they don't like us, and it's not that they do like us. Most places are just neutral to us. I'm surprised that the Maritimes like it, even though we are technically wiping out their units slowly. What is it? Western Siberia? I like their flag. I don't like the trade offer, but I like their flag. We are just destroying ships here. Is it a protectorate? Yeah, it is. Okay. Yeah, so they have not much anti-air around Montreal. So that's something we're going to have to look at. Also going to have to look at what aircraft we're producing. So right now we're producing a lot of Vigans and Thunderbolts. Then we're going to switch into Starlifters and Snarks. Snarks are UAV attack helicopters. And we have a lot of Eurohawks. Now, the question is, what's better? The Vigan, which has a rate of 40, 45, and 49, or the Ranger, 22, 18, 59. 22, 18, 59. So it's got less range. It's actually not as good. So the Vigan is basically aircraft from the 70s. Let's pause real quick. It's aircraft from the 70s. Now it does have a profile of 30. Well, the Ranger has a profile of 120. So it's a stealth aircraft. Oh, here we go. 51 for mid-range. So basically close air. So helicopters, VTOLs, things like that. 59 against aircraft. So 59 and 51 versus 59 and 51. Yeah, so it's actually better. Or is it 50? Wait, which direction did I look at that? So 59 and 51. 59 and 51, yeah. So it's already better there and there. It's going to be better for ground attack no matter what. 10, 5, 10, and 8. So, yeah, the Ranger is way better when it comes to just about everything. It's even stealthier. It's got a range of 75, so the range is even better. So overall, the Ranger is just better. We're currently building 12 of these. We're actually going to cancel all 12. And we're going to replace them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. And we're actually going to replace them with, well, 12 Rangers. So we're going to go with 10. Instead, swap it out and go with 10 Rangers instead. Let's get some of these trade deals out of the way. We're going to go no and no. 7s, no big deal. Lump sum rubber, yeah, okay. No and no. No and no. Speaking of which, how is our rubber? Wow, we have gone through our entire thing of rubber. Let's get some rubber from you, I hope. How much do you have in your stockpile? Oh. Let's try to buy some from you. 400 million for 38 tons. That'll almost double what we need. Well, what we have. I'll agree to that, except I think I just bought something else. Go to Malaysia. Boom. We already have a deal, don't we? Yeah, we're doing coal. But you also won't trade with me when it comes to rubber, right? Yeah. You know I need it and you won't trade for it. Northern China has a good production amount. So the question is, how can we... Okay, I think that increases our balance by about 3-fold. That brings it up to almost 70 some odd thousand. 70 some odd thousand tons. Problem is that we're also turning around and selling it at the same time. So we're buying it and then selling it. So... looking around here. Kind of wish it would show you who had the biggest stockpile as well of goods. So you can kind of turn to someone and say, "Hey, I know you have a lot of rubber or whatever built up. Can you do me a favor? Can I have some?" But I'm just gonna go around buying some military goods. Just want to build up some of our military good. Wow, Moscow is producing a lot actually. I'm gonna go with a lump sum offer, and then a 90-day offer of 1,000 tons, and I'm just gonna give them a lump sum payment up front. California, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to ask to buy half their stocks. And then I'm going to turn around and ask for 90 days worth. Just so we can build up our stocks. of a lot of stuff here. I won't want you to sell anything for the moment. Nope. As long as they don't ask us to change up anything major. 2.6% unemployment, no big deal. We want high unemployment. High unemployment means cheaper labor. We also don't want it too high either. Now, one of the things too is if you're buying a lot of stuff and using the 60, 90 and all that stuff, you want to make sure that you can figure out if the price is going up or down. If the price is going up, then it's a good thing to do some of these deals as well, because sometimes you'll actually can lose or gain, make a lot of money or save a lot of money. So for example, if you notice that the price of, say, military goods is going up in the world, so right now it's 66,000. Say I check back at the end of the month and it's 67, 68,000. Price is going up. If I were to buy some now, say in 90 days, in 90 days time, I would save per ton basically however much it went up. So sometimes you can make very good money just with simple little trades. No. But so the cost of rubber for us is 2 times the production value. We're still selling some though, which is good. I didn't care. Just sunk in another goofy transport. So this live stream here is probably going to go for about an hour. Maybe possibly not even that long. Oh, give me 1 second. I got a phone call. Sorry about that. It looks like I'm going to actually have to cut this stream short. Unfortunately, it looks like the city of, well, I'm not going to say the name of the city that I live in, but they're coming in to take a look at there's an issue with the sewer pipes coming out of my house. So they're looking to see if it's an issue on their end or my end. With that in mind, I've actually got to end this and cut this short, but this will be up on YouTube, available to everyone to watch a little later. But in the meantime, I will see you guys next time. I've got to run. See you next time. Bye-bye.